Hello, thank you for joining RasPipKr tutorials. I'm RasPipKr, and in this video I'm going to start implementing my buttons into my security layout. So I'm just going to bring up my Python IDLA and then get my script, which is not there now because I've put it into a folder because my desktop was getting rather cluttered, and it's in the capital home folder and it's called house. Right. Yeah, the buttons that I created previously on the heating and the security for the main menu, on these other ones that I've done for the heating layout, I didn't put the full path, and I did on these, so I need to take that full path out, otherwise I'm going to get a problem because I'm not working from the desktop now. So I'm just going to cancel, delete that bit off and that bit off as well. Right, so that should be fine for them. They're all set. They're all set. There we go, sorted. Right, so we've got our heating layout sorted. I'm happy with the layout. It looks pretty good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just run it before I start deleting anything, and make sure I am happy with it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's it's quite smart. Right, so as it's running, in fact I can stop that and get rid of that as well. Right, all these red areas, this red text, I'm just going to delete out of the code. All of that right down to there, all that can go. Just separate the buttons so it's easy for people to read. Yeah, don't need them, don't need that, and I certainly don't need all of this. That's that as well. Right, so that's my heating menu layout completed. Super. Right, let's get on with the security menu. Right, so just like we have with the heating menu and the screensaver and whatnot, we have where the frame is destroyed and we create a new one, we're packing it in there, we're doing the menu screen as true. Last touch is when you go into that current menu. So basically I want to copy all of that, but I'm going to get rid of all of these here because they're only relevant for the heating menu. So in the security menu, I'm just going to paste that over that to get rid of that, and all of this I can get rid of. Right, so there we go, we've got our background layout in place now, so that's a good start. So what we want to do on the layout, we're going to have row 0, row yeah, I'll have row 0 up here. No, I should be able to do it as just 2 rows. I was thinking that I might split these up so it row span 2, but I think I'll be alright. I can get away with just having 2 rows and obviously 4 columns. So let's get into it. Right. Let's make a bit of area. Let's move that up a little. Right, so the top left hand button is the zone 1 button, so I'm going to put Z1 for Z1 and BTN, no, I want zone 1 image, even, tk.photo image, and that's going to go into the looking for the file of, we're going to have the default the default as off, so you turn it on. I may change this in the future, especially if we had a power cut, but the whole idea of this system is that I'm going to have it, because it's going to be part of my security, I aim to put it where it's got a battery backup, so if we have a power cut for a few hours, 8 hours or so, hopefully I will keep my Pi running, plus my internet router, so that'll make things easier for us. So yeah, that's what I want to do. So that's going to be zone 1 image, tk photo image, and the file. So I want to use my, I believe it's called Z1. Do you know what? Let's just make sure. Otherwise we're going to look silly. Zone 1 auto, zone 1 off button. Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be, but I thought I'd just double check. So Z1, I weren't sure if I actually wrote zone 1 or not. Zone 1 off button. PNG. Right, so there's our image. So now we're going to create our zone 1 button, and that's going to be a tkinter, and it's going to be a button, and that's going to go into this frame. The text, we're not going to be using text, we're going to be using an image, so we're going to put image equals Z1img. We're going to have a background of black, and that's it for now. And I'm going to use the grid method on this layout as well, so there'll be btn.grid, and this is going to be row 0 and column 0. I'm not going to put any padding on any of these for now. I'm just going to get it in there and see how it looks. So that's my zone 1 button. So I'm going to, how did I do this one? I went downwards, didn't I? So I'll do that this time. So this will be zone 3 image equals tk.photo image, and this is a file, and this is going to be zone 3 off button.png. Cool. Z3b, whoops, no, it was right, that's wrong. Z3 button, tk dot button, this is for disk frame, and it's going to be image equals Z3img. Background will be, as per usual, black. Z3btn.grid, and we want this to be on row 1, this to be column 0, so that's the left side. So that should sort out that. Next, on the agenda, we're going to use the external voice button, and then underneath that we'll do the doors button. So this next one we will call external voice. Yeah, we'll go ext. No, voice image equals tk.photo. What is that? Photo image. This is a file, and this is going to be called. This will be off as well, so this will be. How have I got it descripted? Next voice off. Right, let's go back there. Ext voice off. Seems long, does that? Is that right? Yep. I would have thought I'd have done it that long. .png. Right, so there's my external voice image. So I'm going to be external voice button equals tk.button. That's this frame, and this image equals 0e voice img. Background equals black. This is going to be eVoice btn dot grid. This is going to be row 0 because it's back up at the top, and this will be column equals 1. But I know, looking at my my proposed layout, I want this to be at the bottom, like there. Otherwise, if I just stick it in, this will either be at the top or it might go in the middle. So I'm going to set the sticky to south. So I'm going to do that in this. So sticky equals S. Okay. So next is the door voice image equals tk.photo image. This is file equals. Just check. Right, this is actually called doors voice off. Doors voice off button. Oops. .png. Just have a quick look, make sure I've done no mistakes. I think it's okay so far. Well done, Martin. btn button disp frame image. This is d voice img. This is going to have a background of black. And I do apologise, I talk rather quiet. Occasionally I do make some strange rhythmic noises for some reason whilst I'm thinking. This is going to be column 1, and this one wants to be a sticky of north, so it tucks up underneath the external voice button. So next we have the the barbecue time, and then the decking lights. So let's have a look. So decking off button, and the barbecue grey button. Yeah, because I went with the barbecue, but the mode buttons, sorry, the like a preset button, rather than having it off. So off, but I have done the colours, so I can change the description of the PNG regarding whichever. But I do have the where is it? It's definitely in here. There, I've got the GIMP background, so I can just do a text layer to change whatever button to be. So I've future-proofed it. Right, so it's the barbecue grey button first. Right, so this will be, although it's to do with the barbecue at the moment, I'm going to call it this my preset image, because it may be for other modes. How shall I call it? Modes? Yeah, modes image equals tk.photo image, and this is a file that I'm working with. Barbecue grey button.png, and this will be modes button tk.button. Whoops, too many buttons. Disp frame image will be modes image. Background as per usual, black. And this will be modes dot grid. Oops. Button dot grid. This will be row 0 again. Column equals 2. This wants to be a sticky of south. The next one is the decking. So I'll just put deck image tk.photo image. This is a file. This is decking off button. So this will be deck button. And this will be in the display frame. I call it the disp frame, just so I don't have loads of text. Image is deck img, and we want a background. Guess what colour? Yeah, cool. Deck button dot grid. This will be row 1, column equals 3. No. Yep, no. 2. This one's sticky to the north. Right, so I've got whoops. Right, so I've got all these up to now. So I've got the zone 2 button and the zone 4 button to do. Where am I going there? Right. Zone 2. So zone 2 img equals tk.photo image. This is a file that we're playing with, and it's z2 underscore off underscore button dot png. So this will be z2 btn tk dot button, and this is for disp frame. This is an image that we're using called z2img with a background of yellow. Well, I'm joking, black. Z2 button dot grid, and this is going to be row 0, and this is going to be column 3. Not a background, already done the background. We don't need a sticky on this, so we just put it in there. This is going to be z4 img tk.photo image. This is a file, and this is z4 underscore off underscore btn.png. z4 btn tk.button disp frame image z4 img background black and z4 button dot grid. This is row 1 column equals 3 HEI. Yep, don't need anything there. Cool. And I think that's, unless you've spotted something as I was typing, because I wasn't looking much. Quick glance over. Oh, we'll see, what we. So let's run it and see what problems we get. Hopefully none. I'm still rubbing my eye. Yeah, we get a problem. Why have I got root issue? TK. That shouldn't be a problem. Reference before assignment. Disp. What line was it? Line 83. Disp frame equals. Right, whilst you're in Python IDLA, if you press and hold the Alt, then tap the G button, and then you can enter your line number and it'll take you straight to where it is. And there we go. How come we don't get a problem there? Because I copied that from the other one. That's strange, isn't it? Oh well, that's it's obviously upsetting itself, so let's just cut it out. Comment that bit out, sorry. Oh, we got another problem. Hey. tkinter. What's wrong with the TK? That's what we're importing it as, so it shouldn't be an issue. This frame equals T dot frame root dot pack. That's weird. I can't see the issue with that. Local variable tk reference before assignment. This frame into root window. With roots there, it shouldn't be an issue. It's not as if it's been destroyed. This frame is a global. Oh, it's getting rid of it. It's putting it back in. tk.frame root, and we're packing it in there to expand. That's weird. That shouldn't cause a problem at all. Why? What? That does not make sense. If that window works, why don't this one? That's proper weird. It's a head scratching moment. That's seriously shouldn't have an issue. Let's just comment all of this out. Run that. Oh. I need to keep the function in. So I'll just put the function back in to do nothing. The heating layout, not a problem. I need to sort that back out so I can go back rather than waiting 30 seconds. It won't take long. Seems ages when you're waiting for 30 seconds, doesn't it? Right, go there. Yep, I really am stumped why that's an issue. Definitely a strange one. I'm going to uncomment all of this and see if it throws a wobbler. Oh, it's not an issue there. So, what's the problem? This frame, this frame, this frame. Is it the amount of buttons I'm bringing in? Is there a limit? This frame, tk.point. Wow. Well, there's a problem. Did you spot it? Because I just did. And if you didn't, I win. Let's uncomment all this lot by using Alt and 4. Alt and 3 will comment out in IDLE. So right, let's give that a shot. Fingers crossed. Because yeah, photo image, can't spell. Is it the same one that I messed up on? No, different one. Never mind. Ta-da! We've got our shapes, our areas. We've got our gapping up to the side. We clearly don't have our buttons showing. So what I need to do is I need to put all my variables in here. So I want zone 1, img. I'll do them in number order rather than how they actually come out. Zone 3, img. Zone 4, img. And the next one is E voice img. Next one D voice img. And then we have the modes img. And we have deck img. There should be pictures now. Wrong one. What an idiot. I went into wrong menu. Run it again. Security. Ta-da! So I need to add the active background in to stop it going white, basically. So we've got our buttons in place. Looks okay-ish. Right, so I've got loads of these little bits of writing to do, so I'm just going to cheat, copy that, because it's going to be the same thing for each one of them. And I'm such a lazy bum. Not really. I'm just trying to make the video a little bit quicker. If I do it correctly. Control Z. Yep. It's like lightning, isn't it? I need a and I've done it again. Get rid of one of them. They're all sorted. Woohoo! Let's get it on. Ta-da! Right, so then off states. So let's see what it looks like if we put one of these into, or a couple of these into their on state. So we shall go with, we'll have our decking lights on. We'll have external voice on, because that'll be a cool feature. We'll have zone 1 in auto. We'll have zone we'll have the rear on, because let dog out. Zone 3, yeah, we'll have that as auto as well. See how super it looks. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, looks alright. Right, I need to sort my padding out. Obviously top and bottom. So if I put my padding in between there slightly, it's going to move it down. So zone 1, I want a, where's that gone? So I want a padding of, I think I put the other one on the previous, on the heating menu as 5. Let's just have a quick look at that. Let's brought it down. That's down. Yep. So 5 there, and I'll want 5 over here as well. I have to actually enter the digits. See how that looks. So I've got a gap, 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 gap. So I want to put a pad X onto these two and then these two, and that will create a slight gap at either side of these, and hopefully that'll shuffle over to the edge. Super duper. Right, so let's get to this one. We'll put our pad X as 10. Go with 10 for now. We'll want a pad X on this one. Oops. So we'll go with 10 there as well. Don't need it on that one, but we do want it on the mods and the decking button. We'll put it there. And on that one, so pad X equals 10. That'll me clicking my fingers. Slightly too wide, so I need to take the pad X down 5, and I think that should look rather cool. Awesome. Ooh, slightly a bit more. Let's stick it to 6. Because that 1 pixel. Yeah, that 1 pixel. Oh, yes. I think that looks. This is for my house, it's not a professional job. I think that looks pretty darn good. So there we go. I've done my security layout, and in the next few videos I'll be starting to do some code where these things will actually do stuff, and same for the heating menu. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What am I doing?